All right, y'all. So I wanted to hop on and share about one of my favorite things, which is microdosing and plant medicine. And I wanted to bridge the gap between science and spirituality. So plant medicines have been used by indigenous cultures for thousands of years for connecting to something greater than themselves, connecting to source, the divine, whatever you want to call it. And now science and clinical research studies are coming into play and showing the effects that they have on our brain chemistry, and our body. And so it feels like my mission to bridge the gap and to make them accessible from both lenses. So from the scientific lens, clinical research studies are now showing how psilocybin and microdosing alter our brain and brain chemistry. The first way is that it hits our 5-HTA receptor, which is the same receptor that SSRIs are hitting. So microdosing is showing to be a very, very good alternative for tapering off SSRIs. And I am not a doctor, so I'm not recommending that, but I have seen it done and I've had clients do it themselves. The other way that it affects our brain chemistry is that it decreases the activity in our amygdala, which is our fear and threat response center. So that allows us to operate from a more grounded and present state, and we are no longer living anxiously, scanning in survival mode. The other way that it affects our brain and brain chemistry is that it creates new neural pathways and connects the two brain hemispheres. So it used to be believed that we were not capable of creating new neurons after a certain age. That has been found to have been false. And it has been shown that psilocybin and microdosing helps create those new neural pathways. So microdosing is a great option if you are looking for creative problem solving, if you're an entrepreneur, or if you're looking to get out of your default mode network, your unconscious patterns and cycles that can be self-sabotaging. And so from a spiritual lens, if we're operating from a more grounded and present place, there is more space for source energy to run through us, for us to be a conduit for whatever wants to be expressed, right? Usually we operate from our brain, our thinking brain, which tends to run off of programming, subconscious beliefs, and stories that we tell ourselves. But when we can drop into our body and take in a new language of our senses, of our feelings, of our emotions, we are truly living in alignment and from a more true place to what's true for us. And if you've ever taken a larger dose of mushrooms, you have felt that very spiritual connection to something bigger than us, right? It transcends our ego. It transcends our individualism. It gives us that sense that there is something more, there is something larger than us that is trying to be expressed through us. And so if you are looking for more spirituality in your life, to connect to yourself more, to connect to others, to connect to source energy, or somebody who is more logical, data-driven, if you are looking to not rely on the medical model so much, and I would love to talk to you, right? It is for everybody, and I love bridging the gap between these two worlds because they really just do speak the same language in different ways.